In all our lives, hope plays an enormous part in everyone's life. Hope makes the impossible possible.
Our expression of love is through our modality of medicine here at the Institute. And our patients and the people that we are so fortunate to get to come across our paths and we get to walk with on their journeys are what inspire us to continue to work hard and dig deep. Hi there, I'm Haylie Pomroy, and I am the Assistant Director of the Integrative Medicine Program at the Institute for Neuro-Immune Medicine. At the Institute, we work diligently every day to collaborate with physicians and practitioners from all over the world to find solutions, giving patients hope and help when you're dealing with chronic disease and illness or fatigue. Today, I have an amazing guest on our podcast. She has been one of our generous patients that has really gone out there and shared with others her story, her struggles, and her victories, and has just been a beacon for hope in all of our lives. So I want all of you to have the privilege to meet Julia Berrios, one of our beloved patients, and she's going to come here today and share with you her journey and our journey together. Julia, thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, thank you guys for inviting me. I am so grateful. I feel that, it's amazing to be invited and be a part of this. It is, all I can say is the huge difference that Inum has done in my life. I am, when I first met Nancy years ago, we were looking and searching for a doctor that could understand my condition. And I was so blessed that Mr. Dan Moracoli, I guess they focus on fibromyalgia support group, referred me to Nancy.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I just want to share with you, when I came to the Institute of Neuro-Immune Medicine, we were having clinical rounds. We do that every Friday. And your name popped up and all the docs were talking about, different cases and different trajectory of cases. And I kind of put like this little note in my mind and I said, well, that's a fascinating patient. And I would love to learn more about her. And then we were doing our Congress, our invite-based convention. And your name came up again. And it was just this amazing case and just all of the vitality that you poured in to our space as you were starting to have that vitality come back into your life. And so your name went into my mind again. And so being someone that's gone through, really significant health struggles myself personally, I wanted to meet you. And then I got to meet you at that event. And then I said, please, please, please come on the podcast. The world needs to meet you because your story is so aspirational and inspirational, but also you share an empathy for those of us that have really, I'm going to just say it, have gone through hell and back in their health. So Julia, I want everybody to understand, can you give me a little bit of how your journey began? What kind of, diagnoses had you received? What was going on with you medically?
Yes. Well, initially, I had just, in fact, at the time, I had just gotten married, and it was pretty sad because imagine, you never think that something like that would happen to you. I was feeling tired all the time, and it wasn't really me. I used to go to the gym and work out and do all kinds of things. I used to run and all of a sudden I started feeling fatigue, exhaustion. And it wasn't just physical, but it was also mental fatigue. I would get tired. And before those years, I used to teach. I used to be a teacher for special ed students for many years. And, after I got married, my life started changing. I was doing so many other things. And then unfortunately, this condition kind of came. I went to many fibromyalgia centers because that's what I told. I was fibro, but I didn't really know much. And I kept looking, and I was blessed that, yes, Mr. Haylie, Dan Moracoli was the one that actually guided me there. And he said, you should go see Nancy Klimas.
So you were first diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Is
Yeah,
that correct? Okay.
that's right.
And you had pain in your body and fatigue in your body. Did you have any of the cognitive stuff? Did you have any cognitive, like a lot of us do, a lot of our patients do, any cognitive issues?
Yes, I did. I was not just tired, but I was mentally tired as well. And
Okay.
to me, that I could not understand what was even happening in my body.
Right.
I saw so many doctors and nobody could really figure it out or even tell me what was wrong. Not until this support group that said, you should see Nancy Klimas. You probably have something called chronic fatigue on top of your fibromyalgia. Sometimes they go together. And I said, huh. Of course, I finally get a hold and I figured that, at the time I think she was a UM. However, she's coming so far that we are so proud of NSU for doing what they're doing now. I mean,
Right. Creating the
back then,
institute.
yes,
So you first met with Dr. Klimas when she was at University of Miami still, correct?
yes,
Okay. And the Institute of Neuro-Immune Medicine hadn't even been created yet.
exactly.
What a vision and a dream she had, right? It's
Incredible.
I know. I'm
Incredible. We are so
chills.
blessed to have her. And, I do recall back then she was lovely. When they saw me, they ran this tremendous test in me. It wasn't just a typical visit. I mean, she must have spent at least 2 hours with me. And then she went ahead and she, ran these tests that were looking at my natural killer cells, my immune system, breaking it down, the levels of inflammation inside the system. It was fascinating.
And
Nancy's tests were so unique.
yes, and that's one of the things, because we have a research clinic, we get to do tests and explore, right, your immune system, not just in a stagnant state, but as it's active and reactive. And did you have a lot of people with CFS have a reactive viral load? Was that the case at all in your?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Like I had a reactivation of viruses in the system and high levels of inflammation. I mean, that were like incredible. All her tests, when they got the results, it was like incredible. She broke down my immune system,
And a
and
lot
few doctors do that.
That's what I was just going to say. A lot of standard CBC or even a chem screen, they don't show those nuances, or maybe they'll show like a little bit of deviation in the red or white cell count, but they don't show how your immune system is in its function. So we look at count sometimes, and I always tell people, yes, your cytokines. Long before we had this pandemic, Dr. Klimas was going, what about your cytokines and your natural killer cells? And, we were like going, yeah. So I think sometimes when we look at our, we maybe go in and we have a traditional CBC, complete blood count, and we look at the numbers, right? And we say, okay, maybe there's enough of something, but what is that enough doing? And that's what I love about our labs, because I kind of science geek out on them. But I think learning about your own immune system, right? How is it functioning? How is it communicating? Once you started to get a lot of that identification of what was going on in the body, I'm going to actually ask you a question first. What inspired you to continue to ask for answers? Because there are hundreds of thousands of people that are going to listen to this that feel defeated. And I want them to identify with what kept you searching and not accepting that this was just how it was going to be.
Well, I think Nancy gave me a wider perspective of my condition, because a lot of people, since they can't see it, it can be invisible at some points, because she gave us so much more awareness and more consciousness of the need to also share with others and explain the complexity of this condition. And I remember when she explained, her and her team, they're all fabulous doctors. Goodness, I mean, they take time to actually explain to you your immunity. And then you're like, wow, I have never met a doctor or doctors that are so caring and break this situation down. And they're honest as well. They tell you, the levels that are so needed with research. They help you.
Right.
They help you even get, information for application of disability. I mean, they were like angels in my life at the time, no questions, and they still are.
It's crazy to witness. I mean, honestly, again, being out there, I was saying, kind of in the trenches for so many years, and then changing my life and my career into integrative medicine wasn't just for fun. It was because, I felt like the best way to change things was from the inside out. And when Nancy recruited me to come here, I was, obviously incredibly honored. But what I loved so much about it was this concept that, we have to have success kind of by any means necessary that can elevate and support the patient. I mean, it is an honor to get to watch. When you started to, did it help you to understand your body more? Were you more fascinated and in awe of the process that you were in and less afraid of what was happening to you? Was that
Yeah.
empowering?
Yes, it was empowering because they gave us so much information, and they told us, and then as I think as the years gone by, they have advanced tremendously, not only addressing the immune aspects of this condition, but they also brought in environmental components that have affected, and I just find that phenomenal because
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. You're absolutely right. We look at the environmental medicine aspect. We look at immunology, neuroimmunology, of course, nutrition, right? Functional medicine,
yes,
integrative medicine, acupuncture, physiatry. I mean, and I think that there is a naivety to believe that a complex disease can have a reductionistic solution. I think that it's the brilliant docs, right, that come together and say it's going to take a complex solution and really have reverence and honor the dynamic body that we have.
that's right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So as part of your healing journey, I see beautiful artwork behind you. Can you share a little bit about, so I said chills. I'm always, I just, your artwork, I just am like what do they say? A moth to a flame. It's just visually beautiful, but energetically for me, it speaks to hope and help, and it speaks to health. Can you share a little bit about that journey with me?
No, absolutely. Well, basically, I was with Nancy for many years, and I think that she had stabilized my condition. I was very stable, but unfortunately, 3 years ago, I did have what you call glioblastoma, a brain tumor
Yes.
situation. So, unfortunately, that was a huge setback because I understand that I do have a compromised immune system, and I needed to pace and do all these things, and then this sudden situation happened, and it gave me like a setback. But it was incredible because Nancy's team was still there for me, and they've been very supportive. And even though I had a setback, they guide me even further to get better, and come out of this hardship. They guided me. I had appointments with Dr. Renesca, Dr. Klimas. They're amazing, amazing doctors, and then they also have given me a lot of other environmental components that help me heal. Even this surgery and this thing that I had
Yes.
been through, all that other components that they provided us help my body continue to heal and heal faster. So I am so grateful to them. I
And
mean,
we always talk, when we talk about you, we just go, this beautiful woman has been through more than most of us could even, speak to, and major brain surgery associated with the glioblastoma. And out of that, you're now creating things that bring other people joy. Share
that's
with me about the foundation, share with me about your artwork. First of
absolutely.
all, congratulations on
Oh, Thank
You're an angel that walks the earth. We all believe that. No, just on so many levels. And the biggest thing is I'm proud of you for what you've come through, but I'm inspired. I'm in awe of you for how much you share with other people. You have pulled so many people up that are really struggling. And that's why I was like, oh, gotta have her on the podcast, because there's people out there that just don't have access. And I just want them to know that.
For awareness.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So share with me about your art.
Absolutely. Because I had to share with you about what I experienced and how Nancy has helped. And because of that, it has given me hope. And this particular piece behind me, it's called Angel's Hope.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And the meaning of the art piece says Angel's Hope. It's from our Awaken Your Soul collection. It says, the angel of hope is a beacon of light in all our lives. Hope plays an enormous part in everyone's life. Hope makes the impossible possible. And that is what Nancy and her team has done. You know, they have helped me tremendously to get my life back. So how could I not want to give back? It's an honor.
I did not know that. I did not know that story. I'm kerflumped right now because I'm always that all of your artwork is stunning, but that behind you is just so inspirational. And like I said, when I first came on and they were talking about you in one of our clinicals, I said, who is this? You know, I have to meet her. And that's our purpose for being here, is to give people hope and to show people that our expression of love is through our modality of medicine here at the Institute. And our patients and the people that we are so fortunate to get to come across our paths and we get to walk with on their journeys are what inspire us to continue to work hard and dig deep. I'm just in awe, and I'm staring at you, but now I'm staring at that beautiful painting. So you have been involved in a lot of our research projects in getting the word out and in spreading the word. And so I just want to ask, before I take up too much of your time today, is if someone's out there right now and they're starting their journey, do you have some words of wisdom, some things to tell them? Like I always tell people, until you have the answer you need, don't stop asking, right? Are there things that you can share with people that you've gathered, little bits of wisdom that you've gathered with people that are maybe just beginning this process?
Yes, absolutely. I think they're also teaching us how to pace. If you happen to have the condition, it's so important to pace, to be able to carry your life, you know. And
can you tell us all a little bit? I mean, what do you mean when you say pace? What do you mean by that? What does that look like?
Yes, I remember. In fact, I even went to a workshop that they gave at their office, and it was wonderful. It was all about pacing, how to manage our energy level, because this condition affects the level of mitochondria, which is our energy production. So because of that, we have to be, we have to pace. We have to be able to, kind of keep track of our active level, of our activity, of our energy. If Absolutely. Today we get 4 days, we have that, we did so and so, we manage it. And they're so wonderful that they taught us to manage it, how to manage it. And I thought that was so loving, because it is so needed. So absolutely, we're grateful in that area, no question.
And did you do any kind of nutrition? Did you do any nutraceuticals or supplements? You don't have to tell me exactly what they were, but was that part of your protocol?
Dr. Renesca even did a test on my genetics, that they literally saw like certain foods that I shouldn't be eating, certain foods that I should, that, I have to take care of my diet and balance it. I mean, and these amazing genetic tests that they did on me. I mean, what doctors do this? I mean, they're so many ways. Absolutely.
So Julia, to that point, I just want to bring something up, because you're very involved in funding medical research through your art. Which kind of blows my mind. As you pace yourself, you give so many other people your resources by helping fund that research. Our clinic is a research-based clinic. One of the reasons why we're able to do the kinds of labs that we can do. But also, you've been extremely generous and helped with a lot of our patient sliding scales, individuals that can't afford certain aspects of care. What has been the inspiration for you to give back so generously?
Well, imagine after that awful surgery that I went through, I am a survivor. I'm definitely a survivor.
A thriver.
Yeah.
And a giver. And a giver. Yes.
Exactly. Because, sometimes when you go through hardships in life, your level of compassion grows. And my level of compassion grew incredibly. And I could only thank Nancy Klimas and their team for keeping me alive and guiding me, even when I was going, through those after effects of that massive surgery. And they were there. They were literally there. If I would call their office or email them, they would answer back. And it was incredible how they guided me. And then I continued back on the, using these special binders that helped me lower my toxic levels. All these things were helping my healing, and what else can I do but be grateful for them, helping me and informing us and keeping track of all this. So those things inspired me to start this nonprofit and, to want to make a difference, called SANARTE Foundation. And we hope to, through my beautiful art that actually a lot of that I created while I was in bed after that massive surgery for almost 2 years. But, with their help and their guidance, I was definitely more functional. I'm so much better. So I am extremely grateful. And definitely that's why our nonprofit, that is the purpose, to be able to, help them through art. Why not?
Well, you, my friend, are gratitude embodied and in action. And we all adore you, as you know, and we look so forward to continuing working together to help as many people as we can possibly get the word out to. I thank you for your time. It's going to help so many people, and I will make sure that everybody can get access to the foundation and can get access to this gorgeous artwork here. I really, really appreciate it. It's such a blessing. And I look forward to us spending more time together. Thank you for coming on today. Thank you for coming on today.
Oh, thank you. And we are also excited that we will be at the Art Basel 2023.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to have an art collection.
What?
Yes.
So wait, tell me about that. 2023 Art Basel in Miami.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for the invitation. I will come.
Yes. 4 of my art pieces will be at Art Basel. They actually, a wonderful team. They're great. They're what we call them, the Art Basel 2023 with Victoria Fine Arts, and it's going to be incredible, amazing, and we are excited.
We will be there to support you. No one deserves it more.
Because she said, you're going to be telling your story to many people. So they're going to give me the opportunity to share with the Art Basel world about MECFS, about the need for funding, about the research that's so needed. Why not? It's time that art and science come together.
Oh, this is beautiful. And let me tell you, this is why it's critical that all of you that are out there struggling right now in your health, that you continue to search for solutions, because the world needs you well again. Look at what you're doing, Julia. Look at what you're doing. I can't believe we waited this long to talk about that. I am so excited, and I will make sure that we post who, what, why, where, when, and how. What a perfect place to celebrate your life.
Oh,
I'm so excited for you.
We're excited also next spring, next May, we were going to be working also with, the gallery of the library, which is amazing, Yes.
That's exciting.
May, because we're looking forward to that. In the Alvin Sherman Library, we're going to have an exhibit. And I know Mr. Hutchins and Diane Klein is wonderful.
Yes.
And she's going to be supporting us.
That's
and Natalie
wonderful.
Sloan as well. She's amazing and she's helping us tremendously with this cause. So
Oh,
we're
that's
grateful. That's all we
exciting.
can be.
That's great. I congratulations. It is just again such an inspiration. I'm so glad we got to spend time together. We will be talking more soon, and as we get closer, let's do another podcast around. Let's maybe we do it right around or at Art Basel or something. I'll be in Miami for sure. So I know I will be there. I don't miss it. So I have a yes very personal reason to be there. So. Much love. Thank you so much. We will talk to you soon. And again, from the bottom of all of our hearts, thank you for everything that you've done for
Thank
the
you.
All right. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.